I was told I couldn't come back from a felony crime, that I wouldn't be the same person coming out of jail. I was perceived as lazy because I dropped out of college, that I would never be successful. I had a chance at playing basketball overseas, but risked it all to achieve the impossible. My name is Paul Ruff, CEO of Ruff Life, and one day, I will be a boxing world champ. I started playing basketball around 3 years old, and I grew up in LA, and out there's only about 3 options for us, and that's either being an athlete, a rapper, or a gangbanger. I chose to play basketball over everything else. I would go in the backyard and I would find things like crates and wood, and I would nail them together and put them up on the garage. And I would shoot with any ball that I could find, even if it wasn't a basketball, I would shoot. Going pro was my main focus, and that was my goal. In 2015, we moved to Georgia, and I started playing basketball at Georgia Gwinnett College first semester of 2016. Second semester, I was helping my parents get money to move into an apartment because they had nowhere to live at the time. In doing so, I caught a felony crime. I'm 21 years old, and I'm sitting in jail. I'm in this box for 24 hours, isolated from the world. And the only thing I could think about was my family and going pro at basketball. But I also thought about starting my own brand. When I finally got out of jail, everything seemed to be going right. My main priority was to make sure that I was able to go back to school and play basketball. Once that was confirmed, I knew I had a chance to go pro, and I was going to take full advantage of it. I got a chance to play in the Drew League with a couple of NBA players during the summer, and after that I would just make sure that I trained every day and I was preparing myself and my body for this upcoming season. As season was going on, I got some interest to play in Europe. As second semester hit, I was under a lot of stress and I was under a lot of strain, and I dropped out. After I dropped out of college, I couldn't play ball in Europe because I was still on probation from the crime in 2016, so I shifted my focus over to my brand named Ruff Life. In addition to that, I picked up boxing. I started training with a guy named Anthony Symmetry, former heavyweight Golden Glove champion, and when we first started training, he charged me to train. But after he seen the raw talent, he took me under his wing, and 8 days into training, we went to spar. And I ended up sparring with the pro. After the fights, a lot of the people that were watching asked me how long I had been training for and if I'd been training for a couple of years. And once they found out that I was training for 8 days, they were all shocked. And looking at their faces, it brought the reality to me that someone who's been training for 8 days to be able to hold up against someone who's been fighting their whole life like that in the ring showed me that I had something special. I've currently been training for about 3.5 months now. I'll be moving to Las Vegas to pursue my amateur and pro career. I also have a daughter on the way who motivates me a lot more than I ever was before. As far as Ruff Life goes, the brand has grown tremendously, and it's not just a clothing brand, it's like a motivational brand that reaches a lot of people and it touches a lot of aspects of life. To all the supporters out there who support me, they support the brand because the brand is my story, it's my journey, so they're on the ride with me. Through all the ups and downs, through all the setbacks, through all the so-called failures, nothing has and nothing will stop me. And this is just the beginning of my story.